Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Timber and Stone. We're working on our wonderful town of Freeport, and off camera I went ahead and finished laying out the basic shapes for our small church over here, and also popped in some furniture. We have, the pews of course, and then a stage with some type of altar-like shape for the priest to stand out, and then some flags, decoration flags, I guess. There's not really much decoration in terms of flags that I can put in. That's about the only color they get. So, there's that. Anyways, we got another graveyard. I decided to mix up the coloration of our tombstones here. I think it adds a nice color break from just using all the same colors. We also have some hedges and some benches out here for the congregation to kind of sit at. So we're going to go ahead and just hop right into it. First things first though, I need to scout the area. I haven't done that in a little while, and you get worried after everything's been quiet for a long time. So I gotta make sure there's no skeleton horde. Nope, everything looks completely normal. Oh, that's good. These houses are being used, which is nice. Our lumberjacks are kind of chilling in here. We have a couple builders, and then I think our tailor. I don't know why he's in here. Concerning he has his own... Does he have his own house? Yes, he does. His house is like over here. Why is he... Go home. Just go home. Maybe he was there because he was building these banners and he decided to just visit one of the lumberjacks' homes. Whatever. To each their own. I need to work on our cellar in this area as well at some point. But until then, we're going to... What was that noise? Did I just hear? Oh, it's the fisherman sound when he catches a fish. I thought I heard like something break. I'm like, oh, we're under attack. It wasn't gonna go very well. Let's go ahead and work on these front towers, which would be nice because they'll allow us to kind of work on the upper walls without building too much scaffolding. So let's go timber tiles, just like every other staircase we use in this game. And they're gonna be pretty narrow staircases, but that's okay. No one's really going up here for any reason, realistically anyways, so we're gonna start laying that out. And then also construction, we need to put our fieldstone pillars here, which I need to turn on pillar mode, and raise them up to, I think four total height. And then that'll be the first story. And then we'll get kind of a clear story down the main center aisle here. So let's see. How about, let's also bring up the walls a little bit. Construction walls, castle brick. There's going to be some windows on this thing, not a whole lot. These are, you could basically compare this to an early style church where the walls are very thick because they didn't have the really good arch designed just yet. And so it was, I believe they ended up actually losing the dome technology after the Romans because I guess no one decided to write it down. Kind of a shame. And so it took them a while to even figure out how to support a roof like that. And so they started building more peaked arches over time. And then that's how basically cathedrals were made. And then I think the Duomo was like the biggest dome. It's in Florence, Italy. It was like the biggest domed structure since, I think, the Pantheon in Greece. And even then, it was still egg-shaped because they couldn't do a perfect dome. Only the Romans could. And then at some point, they kind of reinvented the technology and moved on from there. Let's go ahead and turn it on double time. No sense waiting along for all this to happen. If I open up design mode, you'll see over here we have a little foundation that I'm going to be building. This will be just a little side home. This is going to end up being an alleyway. We'll have a home here, then a home here. This open field might end up being just a park area just behind the church for the congregation to meet and hang out. Oh, skeleton infantry. It's never good. As you can see, we've been kind of bombarded with a lot of skeletons recently. There's a lot of dead corpses around on this road. So we'll go tell Christina to go out here. Scout out the area, get all these skeletons in visual range so we can tell them to charge. Alright, that pikeman's on his way. Now, I think that's it in this direction. How about this way? Yeah, this way is going to need some scouting as well. Christina, you can go head over here. Looks like there's 2 zombies that are alive. The rest I have already killed. A little bit of lag there. The game will start to chug a little bit after, you know, you guys have been playing this for so long. That is just kind of the natural order of things. There's so many blocks and things like that. And then also, probably because I'm leaving all these corpses around, so I'm going to tell our gatherer to pick this up. This is probably not helping at all, because it is essentially an entity until gathered or disposed of. Alright, gather up all these bodies. I think that's pretty much it, except for these ones over here. And then hopefully when we go back to our church, some more progress has been made and we can start increasing the height even more. Alright, back over here. Not bad. Looks like we can add another layer of castle brick. All the way across here. I think to this point I want a window there. And then also mirrored on the other side. I don't know how I want to do the windows here. Maybe 2 tall ones and then a spherical window near the upper area of some kind to represent a rosary. Alright, and keep raising this up. Just like that. I did purchase some more bricks, which is good. And then also, I'm going to go ahead and tell them to make 1,000 extra. Just go ahead and get started on it. And that way we can maintain some type of back storage until the next merchant arrives. Also going to go ahead and check on our miners. These guys are important to kind of keep working. And they're doing their thing. They're fine right now. This mine, it has grown a lot. I mean, I remember when it was just this kind of little section, and then we just branched out everywhere. And it's good because we can still lower the level pretty much to make another floor right below that one. And let's see, I need to plant more trees around the interior. I need to do the timbered brick on our wall, but for now I'm saving a lot of our bricks for just structures in general. Oh, you guys already finished here, huh? Alright, construction, flooring, timber tiles. And boop, boop. Keep working on this. Come on. Doing this can be a little bit of a pain at times, but that's okay. These side alcoves, I might be able to put just some statues in here for decoration. You know, something cool. And some basic storage and those wings. Also, I haven't worked on the crypt just yet. I mean, the staircase is kind of laid out, but that'll come here later. I mean, what I can do is, let's see, how does this work on this side? So we have a gap here. So that is the beginning of our staircase. Just bring each layer down. Am I right on this or no? Okay, so that's 3 steps. And then I guess we can do this to just make a nice connecting pathway to the other side. And then underneath the church will just be empty, and we'll try and do something crypt-like. Oh, looks like we are getting a merchant here in town right now, which is pretty good. He's coming across our wonderful bridge. I'm so glad that we have those 3 roads now. It has drastically increased our merchant chances and then also our migrant chances. Oh, speaking of migrants, looks like we're getting one right now. And what do I need? He's a good wood chopper, surprisingly. We're okay on food, but eventually I'm gonna have to make another person be a farmer or something. How about, we have 2 stonemasons already to try and keep up with brick production. We're gonna need another archer eventually once the walls are done. So for now, they can be a builder or something. But once the wall's done, essentially there's no pathways outside of our walls. And I'm gonna have to make a patrol path along our whole perimeter in case things spawn in this corner and just walk into our walls and say it's a necromancer and he just burns it down. So we need someone constantly patrolling the walls once we get to that point. But since it's open right now, there's no real strategy for that. And then I also want to bring patrols in and around the inside, around the castle, just to make it look like there's more activity going on. Maybe even down to the docks or something. Just keeping movement makes the city feel a lot more alive. Alright, so construction. Keep up with our castle brick here. Alright. And we are nearing that 15-minute mark, which means I will be upgrading, not upgrading per se, but working on things off camera. 1, 2, 3. This is too tall. Yeah, I'll sell some wheat because we are still kind of even on that with a bit of a surplus. Let's get a fieldstone up here. And yes, I'll sell bones because they're just for money, essentially. Don't have really a purpose. And then... oh, what do we got here? Nope, I don't need any metal. So this height is going to be the first indent in. This is going to be clear story all the way up. It's going to stop indenting at this point, so we don't have to worry about that. I don't need any seeds, so let's do roofing, and of course ceramic tiles, something a little bit more fancy. Okay, and then ceramic tile there, and here, and here. So yeah, roofing. It's what you guys come to my channel for, I'm sure. It's what I do all the time. It's also the most time consuming, as always, no matter what game you're playing, be it Medieval Engineers or this, you're going to be doing a lot of roofing. I feel like that's a lot longer. Oh, there we go. That's why. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and finish up this structure off camera, and we can basically show it off at the end, and we'll call the episode there. Alright everyone, so this took a lot longer than I thought it would. In fact, it took probably twice as long than I thought it would, and it's alright. There's a lot of things that I'll probably have to go back in and change. I'm not sure I like the two towers now that they're fully built. I might try and consolidate it into a single peaked entrance and do kind of more facade look rather than the towers. The back area, just I didn't know how to handle it very well, considering usually it's like an arched, and this spot would have like a peak, but since it's just a normal church, it's not supposed to be a full cathedral. I didn't do that. I might try and do something like this for the back area and the sides back here as well, just to bring in more layers, because right now it's pretty flat and boring, and that's why there's no rosary window either, because I feel like I'm going to be reworking this area off camera again in between episodes, but it is getting pretty late here. This has been like a 3-4 hour project, mainly due to pathing. So since when you're building tall structures and you only have a narrow path to work in, it's really annoying to get the AI to do what you want them to, essentially, so you have to fight them a little bit. But I like the overall scale that it gives off, and the overall presence compared to the rest of the buildings, and then the palace as well. So yeah, I would give it about a B rating right now. Just if I change the back end and the front end, it would easily be a pretty cool building, and I plan on doing that. I'll go ahead and fly inside so you guys can kind of see the scale on the inside. You can see all the pews and things like that. Then if we can work our way over here, you can see kind of what the pastor would be seeing when he is giving his sermon. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching on this episode. If you guys are enjoying the content, feel free to subscribe to my channel for more creative goodness. You can check out my other videos throughout my channel, from Medieval Engineers to Star Made here lately, this, Timber and Stone, and yeah, anything else that you might find interesting that you would like to see me play. You can leave a comment down below, leave a like, the usual spiel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.